Come on here, folks, and welcome back to another video on my YouTube channel. In today's video, I'll be focusing your attention on 10 adjectives that you can use instead of using the word rich to describe rich and wealthy people. So, let's get started. Alright, the first adjective that you can use instead of the word rich to describe wealthy and rich people is affluent. 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 Yeah, you heard me right. Affluent. When someone is affluent, they're rich, they're wealthy, they have a lot of money, they enjoy a significant amount of money. So, affluent. An example: the affluent families of the United States. The affluent families of the United States. Or, how affluent do you think they are? How affluent do you think they are? Which means, how rich do you think they are? So, how affluent do you think they are? Alright, now let's get to the second adjective, which is wealthy. 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 When someone is wealthy, they're rich, they're affluent, they have a lot of money, or they have an abundance of money, or they enjoy a great deal of money, a significant amount of money. So, wealthy. An example: wealthy kids of London. Wealthy kids of London. Alright, now let's proceed to the third word that you can use instead of the word rich to describe rich people, which is opulent. 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 When someone is opulent, they're rich, wealthy, affluent. They enjoy a significant amount of money, or a great deal of money, or an abundance of money. So, opulent. An example: do you have opulent friends? Do you have opulent friends? Which means, do you have rich friends? Do you have opulent friends? Alright, now let's get to the fourth word, which is prosperous. 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 Prosperous means rich, wealthy, affluent, opulent. When someone is prosperous, they enjoy a significant amount of money, or an abundance of money. An example: she got married to a prosperous man. She got married to a prosperous man. She got married to a prosperous man, which means she got married to an affluent, an opulent, a rich, or a wealthy man. So, she got married to a prosperous man. Alright, now let's get to the fifth adjective that you can use instead of the word rich to describe rich people, which is well-to-do. 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 When someone is well-to-do, they're rich, wealthy, affluent, opulent. They're prosperous, well-to-do. An example: she got married to a well-to-do family. She got married to a well-to-do family. She got married to a well-to-do family, which means she got married to a rich family, a wealthy family, an opulent family, an affluent family, a prosperous family. One more example: the well-to-do students of our college. The well-to-do students of our college. Alright, now let's get to the sixth adjective, which is well-off. 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 When someone is well-off, they're rich, opulent, wealthy, affluent, well-to-do, prosperous. So, well-off. Well-off. An example: the well-off usually drive luxury cars. The well-off usually drive luxury cars. Which means the rich, the affluent, the opulent, the prosperous, the wealthy, the well-to-do usually drive luxury cars. One more example: how many of your friends are well-off? How many of your friends are well-off? How many of your friends are well-off? Which means, how many of your friends are wealthy? How many of your friends are rich, affluent, opulent, prosperous, well-to-do? Alright, now let's get to the seventh adjective, which is deep-pocketed. Deep deep-pocketed, deep-pocketed, deep-pocketed. When someone is deep-pocketed, they're affluent, wealthy, rich, prosperous, well-to-do, well-off, opulent. Deep-pocketed. An example. The deep-pocketed kids of London. The deep-pocketed kids of London, which means the wealthy, the rich, the opulent, the affluent kids of London. The deep-pocketed kids of London. Alright, now we get to the 8th adjective, which is well-heeled. 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 Yeah, you heard me right. Well-heeled. When someone is well-heeled, they're rich, affluent, wealthy, opulent, well-to-do, well-off, deep-pocketed. Well-heeled. Well-heeled. An example. I think most of your friends are well-heeled. I think most of your friends are well-heeled. I think most of your friends are well-heeled. Or the well-heeled families of Iran. The well-heeled families of Iran, which is my home country, which is my lovely home country. The well-heeled families of Iran. Alright, now let's get to the 9th adjective that you can use in place of the word rich, which is loaded. 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 When someone is loaded, they're rich, affluent, opulent, wealthy, well-to-do, well-off, deep-pocketed, or well-heeled. So, loaded. Do you have loaded friends? Do you have loaded friends? Which means, do you have rich friends? Do you have wealthy friends? One more example. Let's ask your loaded friends for money. Let's ask your loaded friends for money, which means let's ask your rich, wealthy, affluent, or opulent friends for money. And finally, we're getting to the 10th and the last word of today's video that you can use instead of the word rich to describe rich people, which is moneyed. 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 This is an old-fashioned method of describing the rich people, but you can still use this word to describe rich people, although it is not that common, or it is an old-fashioned method of doing so. An example. Have you ever been in touch with moneyed people? Have you ever been in touch with moneyed people? Have you ever been in touch with moneyed people? Or the parties of moneyed people. The parties of moneyed people, which means the parties of affluent, opulent, wealthy, rich, well-to-do, well-off, deep-pocketed, well-heeled people. Alright guys, that's about all. So in today's video, you learned 10 adjectives that can be used instead of the word rich to describe rich people. What I want you to do is subscribe to my YouTube channel, like this video, and make sentences using all these adjectives and comment them down below. I'll be back soon with another video.